Hello and welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel, Light of Shaya. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to those of you who are new. I hope you enjoy the content, and welcome to those of you who are returning. I simply want to say thank you so much for all of your support. So this is going to be another one of my messages from Spirit. I've been drawn to doing these particular readings for a bit here. Not entirely sure why that is, but there seem to be some very important messages from Spirit these last few days. So today I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards here for a message. Then I'll be diving into the Tarot. I'll be using the Muse Tarot, the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. I'm being guided towards using the Angel Prayers as well. So let's go ahead and see what this message from Spirit is. There seems to be a lot of truth coming out to light. A lot of my readings lately have been about seeing the truth. It's interesting, All That Glitters is here, and Never Ending Story. So there may have been something that you guys were dealing with in the past that appeared to be good, but it ended up being not so good. It appeared really pretty on the outside, but it was actually kind of rotten, if you will. I'm kind of seeing like an apple that looks beautiful, crisp, and red on the outside, but it's actually, you know, not very tasty on the inside. I just see like it's brown on the inside. So there may have been something that was very tempting, something that looked good on the surface, but it ended up being something that may have caused you some difficulties in your life. So a lot of truths seem to be coming out lately. A lot of truth. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. I'm guessing that this is going to be an extension of that. Maybe what's happening after you've come across these truths, what's going to be happening on your journey, likely regarding your soul's mission, regarding where you are on your journey now. And I feel like I'm connecting with a lot of people currently that are in the void of the spiritual journey. So, you know, you have the dark night of the soul, you have the awakening, the dark night of the soul, and then the void. And then after the void is when we start experiencing a more grounded connection with Spirit. So let's go ahead and see here what the message from God, Spirit, Source is for us today. Oh, that's beautiful. So bottom of the deck here we have master number 22, blessed. So I get the sense here that you guys are stepping into a place where you're blessed, where you're feeling the blessings coming in. Interestingly enough, count your blessings from the angel prayers is at the bottom of the deck. So a lot of you are being called to, once again, this message has been coming through very strongly about recognizing your blessings, because you are incredibly blessed at this time. Your needs are being met and you have more than you perceive you do. This is likely about a mindset that you may have. So what's really interesting here is we have the Here and Now card that came out, which is about being present, right? So like I said, this is kind of like that void energy, being in the void. When you're in the void, things aren't clear, and it's about being centered. It's just about accepting that things aren't clear, that your connection with Source at the time may be a little bit dimmed out because you're healing after multiple dark night of the souls or one dark night of the soul. It varies for everyone on their spiritual journey. And then what we have really beautiful, the next card here, is that by being present, by staying in this blessed state, what you're not seeing coming is this happy card. I mean, look at how joyous this card appears. There's a lot of happiness here. So you're stepping into this beautiful happy energy. It's coming through to you, and I can't help but notice the eggs here. You see how there's like eggs? It's kind of like you're breaking into a new life. It's like you're hatching, right? Because when you're in the void, it's kind of like you're in the chrysalis, and so this is kind of like breaking free from that. And we have this beautiful poised energy here that follows. So it's like you're ready for the brand new beginning. I'm actually getting the sense to pull one more card here. You're poised, you're ready to go, you know that things are going to be made clear to you, you're in alignment here, and you're just waiting now, and that's exactly where you need to be. It's really interesting as we have to go the distance and exchanging gift cards that wanted to come out. So there may have been something that you were dealing with that was meant to go at the distance, but maybe it didn't play out that way at the time, or there's something that will be going the distance within the near future for you, and you're actually exchanging information with this person. It doesn't actually have to be gifts, although considering the fact that Christmas is right around the corner, there could be simply an exchanging of actual physical gifts. But let's go ahead and see one card here. Yeah, here we go. We have come to the edge. This is Fool-like energy here coming through. I can't help but notice this progression here. You go from being ready to taking the leap of faith. It's time to get started on something brand new. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some Spirit Animal Oracle cards here for a little more on this message. Okay, interesting. Wow, okay. So, bottom of the deck here, we have time to heal. So you guys are healing from something in the past. Remember how I was saying the void? This is all about your healing journey. What's really interesting is we have watch your words, parrot spirit. So this is about being very mindful about what you speak, what you say to people. Sometimes when we come from a place of anger, we may say things that aren't in alignment with our normal self. When we're in a place of anger, sometimes we lash out. So this is about being mindful about what you speak, okay? So be very mindful these next, I wanted to say 30 days, interestingly enough, these next 30 days, about what it is that you're saying and who you're saying it to. And what's really interesting is a message that I just got, is be careful who you tell your plans to, okay? Be very mindful of the people around you, because some of these people don't have the highest intentions for you. And when you speak your truth, when you speak what it is that you want to do, these people will start to draw judgment on you, and this is actually not helpful for you to manifest things. So whenever you have a goal in mind, do try to avoid telling many people about it. That message seems to be coming through very strongly, because some people simply don't have the highest intentions for you. So that message is coming out strongly, especially followed by the cow spirit. The miracles are endless, right? So this is about recognizing, once again, that you create your own reality. And with this happy card and the miracles are endless, I get the sense here, you guys, that you are coming into a place of absolute abundance. You're going to start seeing life from a very different point of view. But what's really interesting here is that we have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, and it's really interesting that we have watch your words and this card sandwiching the miracles are endless. Once again, be mindful, guys, about who you speak your plans to. I can't seem to shake that particular message. There's something about being mindful of who you tell what your plans are, because some of these people want to twist things around. They might not want you to experience good things in life. Now, I get the sense, you guys, that you already know who these people are. You probably already have a very deep intuitive knowing about who these people are and what their intentions might be. So be mindful of that. Now with this wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. This is basically saying that if you guys have been dealing with difficulties, unfortunately, one of the things in life that we all experience is pain. Pain and suffering is something that we all experience. It's really interesting. The Lord of Sorrow has been coming out. When I speak about these things, the Lord of Sorrow is the Three of Swords, right? And so it's the one thing, well, not necessarily the one thing, but it's a shared experience for all of us across planet Earth. We all experience pain, and we can do two things through that pain. We can either choose to grow and accept the pain and move with the changes and allow ourselves to take those learning experiences, or we can choose to wallow in that energy, in that lower vibrational energy, and get caught in it. That's really interesting. Whenever I see the Ace of Voices, this is basically my confirmation card, or the Ace of Swords, that I'm speaking truth, essentially. So this is essentially a very important message. That message is very important for you guys. So let's go ahead and see here what the message from Spirit God is. Oh yeah, most definitely. Okay. So we have the Knight of Inspiration, the Ten of Inspiration, the Five of Inspiration, the Queen of Inspiration. Wow, so 4 Wands cards in a row. Then we have the Hanged Muse. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius on the board. We have Pisces, and we have Sagittarius and Pisces here with the wheel. There's that healing card. We got the Four of Voices, the Two of Inspiration, the Knight of Materials, the Knight of Voices, very interesting, the Five of Materials, and the Strength card. Wow, that's beautiful. Bottom of the deck here, we have Death, which is Scorpio energy. So there's something transforming in your life. Remember the Sometimes Life Stings card. It's kind of what I'm sensing here, is that there is a transformation you're going through at this time, but you're not quite seeing it. Now, the Knight of Inspiration is a beautiful card when in high vibration, right? But since it's paired with the Ten of Inspiration here, I'm sensing that this is more you being burdened likely by player energy, people who may future fake you, people who may tell you that they want a future with you, but then they end up being a burden in your life. I'm always drawn by the arid landscape in this particular card. It's like you've been moving through a desert. It feels like you're lost, maybe looking for some sort of sign that things are going to get better, but you feel like you've been trudging along through this. It's almost like a cycle that you can't seem to break out of. Now we have the Five of Inspiration that follows, which is usually a card of arguments. It's about gossip, not seeing eye to eye. It's also a card of competition. Really interesting. I can't help but notice, remember how I was saying player energy? A lot of the times there's something about sexuality which comes through with the Knight of Wands, because he's a player. he likes to have sex, he likes one night stands, that kind of thing. And now that's not to say that's necessarily a bad thing, right? If that's what you're looking for, but if it's a person who tells you they want one thing, but in reality they want another, this is obviously very karmic in nature, so it's about recognizing self-worth. I can't help but notice that in this card here, this particular figure has a mirror right in the crotch area. There may have been disagreements in the bedroom with someone you were dealing with, or somebody who simply wasn't seeing eye to eye with you. I can't help but notice all the mirrors either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 mirror-like images here leading to the sky. So maybe this is a card of like, I'm almost getting like high hopes. And what's really interesting is that I'm seeing this particular person is kind of like huddling. And note how the mirror is placed in front of this person, but they don't want to look at it. It's like they're turning away from it on purpose. Somebody doesn't want to take a cold, hard look in the mirror is what I'm getting. Now, this could be you or a person that you're dealing with. Somebody who, I heard the word is self-righteous is quite interesting, self-righteous. And I couldn't help but notice that with this person here, they're like stepping on top of somebody's head there. So it's like this person wanted to make you submit in some sort of way. They wanted to have control over you or something like that. And what's really interesting is that this person doesn't want to see this side of themselves, so they refuse to look in the mirror. But what's really interesting is now I'm seeing this one figure, because this is all the same person. I feel like this is a phase, like this is a change that a person is going through. This person seems to be on top of the world initially, then not wanting to look in the mirror, followed by a deep sense of like disappointment. It's like they dug the hole for themselves. Note how this person is standing on top of that hole. They realize that they dug this hole themselves or something along those lines. Now we have this beautiful energy of the Queen of Inspiration, right? And there's something about this Queen of Inspiration that's very intuitive. I can't help but notice every single time I see this card, there's like a strand that is touching her third eye. It's like maybe things are trying to come through to you in a dream state, or it's like you're closing your eyes and like going within to see something. Maybe that's what the Here and Now card is about. Is like you're trying to align with Source. You're trying to tap in to try and figure out what the heck's going on, right? So then we have this beautiful Hanged Muse card. I really love this card. But it's like you're in a state of suspension, right? You're in a state of suspension, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to look at things from all sorts of different angles, but there's a need for you here to instead let go. Let go of expectation, let go of understanding. And I always get drawn to this particular pyramid here with the all-seeing eye. There's that third eye, right? Here's that whole third eye thing again. She's closing her eyes. And it's interesting because this Queen of Inspiration on the board is actually facing the Hanged Muse, but her eyes are closed, and there's that third eye energy. This card also gives me the sense of the Hierophant. So this is about like spiritual knowledge being divulged. And what's really interesting is that there was a video that I did called An Act of Necessity 1221. This card came to me as you divulging spiritual knowledge because I can't help but notice that this person appears to be like an Aquarius, a water bearer. And in that jug, there's little sparklies coming out of it, which for me is kind of like spiritual knowledge being divulged to people who are thirsty. And again, there's all this like arid landscape here. I can't help but notice the whole entire row here. Now we have darkness here. We have desertous region that this Knight of Inspiration's running on. We have the desertous region here of the Ten of Inspiration. We have the desert here again. There's the desert again, right? There's a lot of desert here. So maybe some of you are feeling like thirsty or feeling devoid of something, like something is dried out. We have, once again, there's the desert with the Queen of Inspiration. And even in this Hanged Muse, I can't help but notice this is kind of like a desert, almost like a desertous region, because I see this as the pyramids again. Pyramids are very present in the Act of Necessity reading. And then here we have the Wheel, which is again desert, right? You see how that's desertous? So some of you may be feeling things are like dried out, or like this is kind of like that void energy, right? The darkness here. These two cards are sandwiching the top row of the reading, which note the darkness around these two cards, right? There's something about darkness, the void, not seeing things clearly. And the Knight of Inspiration is facing the other cards, and the Wheel is facing the other cards as well. I'm probably going to go ahead and switch this around so you guys can actually see this, but I'm going to just continue with the message first. So then we have the Four of Voices here, and this is about recuperation, this is about healing, this is about taking a break from difficulties in life. And you can see how this person is just sitting there with their eyes closed, really just indulging in the bath. And the bath here is in cosmic energy, so there's something here about healing through Source. Source has been attempting to heal you. What's really interesting is that the No Place Like Home card is at the bottom of the deck, and I can't help but notice the correspondence in colors here. It's like there's no place like home. You're being happy in your home. You're like finally taking that much needed rest at home after a period of likely difficulties. And so then this Two of Inspiration comes out next, and it's like you're watching things play out from a distance. With the Two of Inspiration, I know how she's like looking out into the horizon, trying to figure things out from a distance. It's like you're watching somebody maybe through like a telescope, or maybe you're really focused on a particular person. And what's really interesting is this Two of Inspiration is facing these particular knights. We have the Knight of Voices and the Knight of Material. So as I was saying, the Knight of Materials and the Knight of Voices here, and know how one is grounded in reality and the other one's flying and soaring above the landscape. So once again, remember how I was saying with the Five of Inspiration, not seeing eye to eye? It's like these two are missing each other, right? Because one's on the ground and the other one's like flying overhead, trying to like see if you guys can kind of picture this. I don't know why I'm getting this sense of like somebody's flying overhead, and the Knight of Materials is like slowly moving, trotting along in the real world. There's a very interesting message there. Now what I'm seeing also is that this Knight of Voices is fleeing the Five of Materials. That's the kind of the way I'm seeing it, because on the board this is what it looks like. It's like moving away from this energy. Whereas the Knight of Materials, right, because I feel like this is you flying overhead, like saying, I'm not a care in the world, I'm over this, whatever this may be. I'm trying to, it's like you're trying to overcome it, right? Coming to the edge of the situation, right? And this Knight of Materials is facing the Five of Materials. So while you're flying overhead, right, you're flying overhead, the Knight of Materials is slowly making their way to this Five of Materials. And there's like this whole like, note this hand outstretched. Note the hand outstretched, right? And it's like, I don't know why I'm getting this like whole like, don't go. Please don't go. Like, don't leave. I don't know, there's something about like, please, like I don't want you to go, or something like that. Like, maybe somebody's going to try and stop you at the door when you're like trying to leave home, or maybe if you're dealing with someone at home, like maybe if you're leaving like for the holidays and they're like, no, 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 please just stay another day, or something like that. Like, don't go. But what's really interesting is what follows is the Strength card, Leo energy here, which is, and they're facing away from this Five of Materials. It's like, nope, I've already made my decision. I'm choosing compassion, of course, but I know this is the right thing to do. I have to move forward with my life. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this so you guys can actually see the cards on the board, okay? Alrighty, so you can kind of see how this whole scenario is playing out. It's really interesting. I dropped my Wisdom of the Oracle cards on the floor, and note what card was facing. Time to go, right? Here's that, like, note, look at this. It's like a story playing out, like, no, like, don't go. Time to go. You're like, it's time to go. I gotta go. With the Strength card, it's like, I already made up my mind. I'm determined to see this through. And with the Time to Go card here, it's like, no, it's like I'm seeing this hand outstretched. Look at how this is playing out. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if you guys can see that correspondence there, but it's like, I want to make sure you guys can see this. It's like this hand is outstretched while you're walking away or something like that. Like, no, it's don't go, right? But you're like, no, it's time to go. I have to leave. It was really interesting, as the other card that was calling me was this time for a nap. And here's that Four of Voices, right? It's time to heal. It's time for a nap. You're like, I'm tired of this situation. I don't want anything to do with this anymore. It's time for a nap. I really just want to nap now. It's really interesting. I split the deck here and we have the Mending card. So maybe there's something here about, like, I can't notice the like sewing. Maybe some of you are into sewing, or maybe that's something that you're doing with your family during the holidays, like maybe sewing things for each other as a gift. But this card also speaks about like trying to heal and reconnect, right? Because it's like mending situations. So maybe you guys have a falling out with a family member and they're like, no, please don't go. I want to fix this situation. Maybe it's this Queen of Inspiration who's trying to figure out what's going on here, trying to look at things from different perspectives. It's a really interesting message here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some more cards here from the Muse Tarot. Look at that, Nine of Materials. It's such a beautiful card. I love that card. Look at that, wow. See, there's something about the home here with Four of Inspiration. This, I feel like you are finding your happiness with this Nine of Materials. I mean, look at how joyous this looks. And what's really interesting is this hand is making me think of this hand. It's like somebody's trying to gift you something. Maybe they're trying to like wrap up. I'm like getting the sense of like wrapping up your gifts and like trying to give it to you. Maybe you guys have to leave for whatever reason because you guys had previous plans with someone. I'm getting the sense this is like around Christmas or something like that. And people are trying to give you your gifts and saying like, no, don't go. And you're like, I'm sorry, but I have to leave. I don't have time right now. Like, I really have to get going. I have something to do. And they're like saying, well, here, take all this stuff. Take some food with you. Take some gifts with you. And maybe you'll decide to stay with the Four of Inspiration because you're seeing just how happy you are there. And you're like, you know what? I can put that situation off. Like, it's okay. But there's a lot of happiness here. This Four of Inspiration, I can't help but notice I'm not sure if you guys can see the strings here. It looks very similar. Maybe you're dealing with this Queen of Wands energy here. For some of you, this could be like your mom trying to pack stuff up for you and saying like, here you go. This is for you. It's really interesting. Ace of Voices came out. So for some of you, this could be something to do with your mom. Your mom's like trying to take care of you. This is my card of confirmation, as I've said. Your mom's trying to give you all these things and saying, no, please don't go. This is for you. And maybe you decide instead to stay home and you decide, you know what, I'll spend some more time with my family because my family comes first here. Very interesting message. Okay, so I'm getting the sense to pull some more cards. Interesting how the Fool and Magician card wanted to come out here. And the King of Voices is so interesting. Here's a Star card. Aquarius. Aquarius has been coming out strong throughout my readings lately. It's very interesting. Some of you could very well be dealing with that. So we have this Fool energy, this time to go. It's time to go. I need to leave. And this Fool is like moving forward with their life. You're trying to move forward in your life, trying to create your world around you. That's really interesting. Let's see here. Okay. So interestingly enough, this Fool and Magician card combination is kind of like saying be open to magic, be open to the magical happenings of the universe, of the things that are going to happen, right? It was really interesting. Here's that Come to the Edge card, right? I was talking about the Fool earlier. So it's being open to magical happenings. This is about a very carefree energy. This is a person, and I'm getting the sense this is you, a person who has the ability to, in a sense, create miracles in their life. And here's the miracles are endless. There's something here about miracles coming through. And with the Muse of Voices, it's a very determined energy. It's a very determined energy to see things through. What's really interesting is if you notice, this ramp here reminds me of the Time to Go card. So maybe you're like trying to leave somewhere. Maybe you're trying to go somewhere, right? My Justice. Here's that Justice. My Justice card it represents Archangel Michael, and it also tells me that I'm speaking truth. So maybe you're going somewhere. Where are you going? I'm going to ask the cards, where are you going? It's really interesting. So you're leaving somewhere with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe. There's something about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn you're leaving with, maybe. And maybe this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there's that time to go energy again. Look at that, the person walking away. There's a Page of Materials here. Maybe there's an offer that's being made from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and you're trying to leave the house quickly because you have to go somewhere. Where are you going? There's that desertous region. It looks like there is definitely an offer here being made from someone. With the Page of Emotions, it looks like this, look at that fresh new energy with these two cards here, right? The pages are brand new energy manifested in physical form here on Earth. This deals with the body. So this is maybe an apology, or you're following your heart. Here's that open doorway. And we have this Hermit energy, which is Virgo energy. So some of you could be dealing with the Virgo as well. We have Gemini, Virgo here as well with the Magician. Maybe you're on a spiritual journey with the Hermit card. It's like, I have to go. There's something I have to do. And there's this Ace of Materials, which is an offer. But what's really interesting is this card lately has been coming to me as like a GPS signal, right? The GPS marker. As you can kind of see how this marker here reminds me of like the markers for GPS. So maybe you're traveling somewhere. What is this? A little bit more on this. I'm very curious about this. It's very interesting. There's a Seven of Voices and the Ace of Emotions here. I don't like the Seven of Voices, but maybe there's a secret love offer that's being made to you, or a love offer. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Voices came out. A secret love offer. That's really weird. Why is the love offer a secret? Got the Four of Materials. Justice. Whoa. That's very interesting. So maybe there's a love offer that is coming towards you. The Four of Materials is very vain. This Four of Materials comes to me as vanity. I don't like this. There's something about, maybe you guys are like secret lovers with the Two of Emotions here. Somebody may be juggling another person. Maybe holding on to something that they shouldn't be. And here we have the Justice card, which is truth. There's a truth coming out. And with the Eight of Emotions, it's you walking away. What is this Eight of Emotions walking away from? We have the Six of Materials. So equal give and take. Something about a balance here. it's really interesting because the Justice card does speak about balance, right? So it's about walking away from balanced situations. What's the Eight of Emotions walking towards? An ending. An ending. Wow. Okay, so there's an ending coming here. So it's like maybe this secret love offer, this love offer may actually be a lie. It may not be true. This person may try and like hoover you out the door or something. What are the intentions of this person? Oh, wow. Look at that. This person is... Okay, so the Star card is about hope and rejuvenation, right? So maybe this person's giving you a hope, like some form of hope. They're going to tell you with this Hierophant card, maybe they want a commitment with you, that they want to commit to you. But here's what this person's actually doing. The Six of Voices for me speaks about pushing people away. You can see how this person, this hand's kind of like doing this. This person, I feel, is trying to hoover you so that you could... I feel like this Ten of Voices might be a betrayal. Wow. What's some advice for you? What's some advice for you regarding this? What's really interesting is the Two of Voices is coming up. So this is like telling you not to make a decision. I think this is, no, don't make a decision when it comes to love. The Knight of Emotions, because this person may, look, Seven of Pentacles is about waiting. Wait. Don't take any sudden movements. Don't make any sudden movements, you guys. Two of Voices, Seven of Pentacles as well is like wait. Wait it out. This Knight of Emotions may not be all that real. Look at that. I split the deck and we have the Ace of Voices. This person is going to, I get the sense that this person's trying to hoover you and you are being called to wait it out because this Knight of Emotions isn't real. It's fake. It's a desire to, maybe that's what the Ten of Voices is about. It might be a betrayal from somebody that you wanted to move forward with in life, but this person's actually trying to hoover you. They may be trying to future fake you because, I don't know, this person definitely doesn't have good intentions. Alrighty guys, sorry about that. There seems to be like a jet outside, but let's go ahead and pull some messages from the angel prayers to close out this reading. Look at that. Trust your vibes, you guys. Trust your vibes. Synchronicity. I think you guys are going to see something. You guys are going to see like some sort of... Look at that. Archangel Michael, you are protected. Michael represents the Justice card for me. So Michael is going to send you maybe some sort of synchronicity. You might see something out of the ordinary that's going to make you think about this offer twice. I think you will have an intuitive knowing that this person may actually not have the highest intentions for you, and you're going to be able to see it clearly. Here we have the spiritual support card. So you're being divinely guided throughout this. You're actually being spiritually supported. What else do we have here, angels, for this particular message? So interesting. You are an earth angel. You are an earth angel. So this is a message. Look at that Metatron at the bottom of the deck here. Metatron coming through very strongly. You are an earth angel, viewer. You are an earth angel. And this person may be here to teach you a very heavy lesson about maybe standing your ground, healing yourself, trying to figure yourself out. And this person likely sees your light. They see how beautiful you are, and they just simply cannot stand to see you in this empowered state. Interesting. Connect with music, and the miracle of nature is coming through. So some of you may be getting signs through music, maybe even through nature. But let's go ahead and see any other messages, angels. Focus your mind. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. So ask yourself what your priorities are, viewer. What is it that you want to do in life? And this is where you should be putting your energy into, because especially if this person is coming into your life, you should be asking yourself, why am I going with this person? Am I doing it because I don't want to be left behind? Or am I doing this because I truly believe this person loves me and I love them? So there's this whole idea here about like choosing, like what is it that you want to choose? And what's very beautiful about this here is that you're being protected by two very, very, very powerful archangels. So no matter what happens, you are protected. Just be very mindful of this person because they may not have the highest intention for you, okay? So that's going to go ahead and wrap up the reading here for you guys. Please do leave a comment down below if you found this reading resonated with you. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. I'm very, very curious. So feel free to leave a comment down below, because I always love hearing from you guys, and I love hearing how these readings resonate with you. But anyway, if you enjoyed this reading, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, I am sending you so much love and so much light. Take care.